But I have all this really cool stuff to say and share and talk about my business and the things. Call the ambulance. Hey, I'm telling you right now, people don't fall in love with your thing. This thing. You don't love this remote or this camera or even this Sharpie. I love how it smells. You love the person, the people, the movement, the heart behind it. So you got to start a podcast. There's more to this story. I'm Nathan. I'm a musician and I've spent 13 years in the funeral profession. I'm a mortician. Yes, I embalm people. And I also have a podcast. And I use Descript. I don't know how to do it. Well, that's what I'm here to talk about. But first, the funeral profession largely unchanged for 200 years or more. Ever since President Abraham Lincoln, he was trekked up and down the train tracks. And the people, 1 million people, in fact, were like, wow, I can have something like that. I can have a celebration. Also, there's something to say about a profession that's gone largely unchanged. I hate change. We've always done it this way. The funeral homes, they were late to all kinds of parties. They were late to the website party. They were late to how do we market outside of just putting an obituary in a newspaper. People still advertise like crazy in the local newspaper. I'm just telling you, people are not looking in newspapers anymore. You got to go where they are. You meet the people where they are. And that's on their phones. Like all the time on their phones. This is what they're doing. Funeral homes are just late to the party, late to the show. They play the same Go Rest High, When I Get Where I'm Going, and Amazing Grace songs over and over. They don't think, they just look like this. And speaking of looking, did you know that Descript, like right now, I'm not looking at the camera, but there's a feature in Descript where my eyes are looking at the camera because of Descript. Start a podcast. The funeral profession, I actually just talk about that because people don't fall in love with the building, the four walls. I'm using that as the example because a few years back, I started a podcast called You'll Die Trying, and it's the hearts of people that people fall in love with. And then the byproduct is, oh, wow, they have a really pretty funeral home. Those four walls are pretty. Oh, wow, the service is exceptional. Thankfully, you don't need a funeral home every single day. So how do you reach the people when they don't need you? Well, you do things like a podcast. You don't buy a TV every 2 weeks, right? So you create a podcast or an opportunity for people to hear stories about your product or your services. Descript is that tool, the tool in the tool belt of digital carpenters that you can utilize right this second, having zero, zilch, nada, any type of expertise in audio or video and still put out a quality product that represents not only your business, i.e., for example, the funeral homes, the four walls, but it showcases and shares the hearts of the people behind the four walls. If you're an owner of a funeral home, you need to have a podcast. I'm sure you post every single obituary on social media, like Facebook. People don't want to get on Facebook and read about obituaries solely, but they love to share those things. I know. Trust me, I definitely know. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you need to be on all of them. And did you know that you can turn your long form content that you film in Descript from your podcast, you can put it on all the platforms. You do shorts and reels and all of it through Descript. It's very simple. In the description, there's a link. You click it. You could try it out. Descript is an amazing tool for you. You don't even really need to have an SM7 mic or this Sony camera or these lights or this or that. I'll link it, but you don't need it. You can literally use the phone's microphone and record, and it has in Descript studio sound feature. I talked about the AI eye contact feature where you can literally be looking at a script. Let's say you can't think off the top of your head, off the cuff, like I'm doing right now. You have to read from a teleprompter. Notice that my eyes are off. Watch this. With Descript, you just go up yonder, go right down to eye contact. And then, boom, it's applying it right now. It's that simple. You'll notice I'm not looking at the camera right now, but I will be when that is complete. all within Descript. And we just keep waiting and we wait. When that is done, you will see a major difference in the eyes. Who messed with the teleprompter? But the eyes can still look at the camera. That's an AI feature. You can also have the microphone run studio sound, that feature, and the sound sounds absolutely delicious. Yes, I'm using this SM7 microphone, but it is running through studio sound all through Descript. You can do transcript-based editing. Yeah, it transcribes everything that you say. It will cut out filler words. Cuts it all out. Watch. Say and cut this out. Look, just like that. Now watch. We'll cut out filler words. Cuts it all out. Every bit of it. If you fumble, if you mispronounce a word, you can have AI fix your voice. Let's say you say, I have an ideal, instead of I have an idea. You can go back to the word ideal, highlight it, revise it, fix it. Ideal to idea, enter, and then it says, in my tone, my voice, idea. You don't notice a thing. It's all right here in Descript. I say that too because time is money. Time, invaluable. Processes, invaluable. If you have wonky processes, if you're always tripping over your feet in the time management, I get it. Going back to the example of the funeral profession, you don't have a lot of extra time because you're always serving on to the next family, on to the next family. Oh, by the way, that's fine. Let's say you're interrupted during your recording. Again, all of it can be done within Descript. You have to go on a first call, a death call. No problemo. You can literally just hit stop, go on your death call, take care of the family. That comes first. Then come back and finish your project. You just pick up where you left off. It's all within Descript. The link right now is in the description for Descript. It is a life changer. I've talked about studio sound. You can literally do overdubbing of your voice. You could do, of course, the AI. You can actually green screen your background. You could cut this background out right now. You could put yourself on a beach. You could put yourself in a UFO. You could put yourself anywhere that you want to. And you can do it all right here. You don't have to have any kind of salve, and you will absolutely just be ready to create something incredible, and you'll be able to put something out incredible that's representative of your incredible service, which is, in this example, the funeral home. People don't fall in love with the four walls anymore. They fall in love with the hearts within the four walls, and your people are pretty damn incredible. Start a podcast right now. Take that podcast, that long form, turn it into short form, all within Descript. It can be scheduled out through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, all of it right within the platform. You have studio sound. You could have where it dips, where the sound it does it all. You don't have to do anything. All you do is start. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Really. It's really ridiculous if you don't. Don't take my word for it. People don't fall in love with your four walls. They fall in love with your people. Your people are the heart of your four walls. Get Descript. Reach the people. Meet them where they are. They're right here. They're right here. Click the link right now in my description. Don't say I didn't tell you. And why am I wearing a jumpsuit? Oh, because it's blue for Descript. It's the color of their logo. And I just wanted to stand out. I just didn't want to wear gray. All right, go back to serving a family, but first, you need to get Descript right now. Thank me later. Okay.